Hey family, it is me Klarissica here on Klarissicasays, where Klarissica says it all and that's how I feel. So y'all, I wanted to do a quick little let's chat, okay? So I'm giving y'all a heads up. This is going to be a quick let's chat video. I will be doing a more in-depth video regarding the Roe versus Wade court appeal decision, Supreme Court I should say actually, that was just ruled. Okay, I feel like it's very important for us to review this, talk about it, and let's just get some details on it. So like I said, this is gonna be like a let's chat video. Later on I will do a more in-depth video where I pull up articles and just give you guys like a play-by-play of what has happened with this Roe versus Wade. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Leave your comments down below before we even get into this, because I know we're gonna have a whole chit chat, and I want to make sure I specify this is a chit chat video. Talk with me in the comment section, leave your opinions, because this is exactly what this video is for. Just an open-minded conversation. So please be open-minded, please engage and let me know your opinions, because these are mine and this is my thoughts. You know, this is just how I feel, and so I just want to express that to y'all and make sure that I gave my opinion, because now, for those of you that do not know what this whole thing is, basically Roe versus Wade is giving rights to women to do what it is that they want to do with their body when it comes down to birthing a child or not. There was a woman, I forgot her name, I told you guys we'll talk about it later. But it was a woman that had a situation where she was kind of an older woman and it was her third child, and she really wasn't, you know, happy about being pregnant or wanted to even have a baby at the age that she was, but she wasn't to the point where it would be detrimental to her health. But at the same time, she still was pregnant and she did not want to have a kid. So she went to the Supreme Court, had a whole court, things back in 1975, I'm not mistaken, 1971, 1975, and 1971 to 1973, in the 1970s, y'all, okay? And in Texas, because y'all know Texas has like one of the worst ruling systems ever, honestly. Like, they are so not for the people. Personally, my opinion, they are definitely for the politicians and for just, anyways. So basically, they ruled in favor of women having rights and being able to, you know, get abortions, okay, and not having to get, you know, any kind of penalization or in trouble for doing what you want to do with your body, okay? So from that situation that happened, that sparked a whole Supreme Court justice case, which was called the Roe versus Wade, and they won the case. Okay, so now in 2022, of all the things that they can focus on, of all the things that they can spend their time on, they decided to spend their time on this topic, right? Which means that the decision that women can do what they please with their body has now been overturned, overruled, meaning now states can regulate you. So some states are now saying, due to the overturn, so what from my understanding, what was told or what was said from the articles that I read is that basically if you're past 15 weeks you can't have an abortion. So, you know, anything past 15 weeks you cannot have an abortion. So for you that don't know, after 3 months basically you're cut off. You can't get the suction. You can take a buccal pill, you can take a whatever kind of pill, you could take something else, but you can't get the suction or anything like that after 15 weeks is what they basically ruled, and that's what they decided, okay? Compared to before, you do what you want to do with your body. Do whatever you want to do with your body. Do as you please. You could be 6 months and get an abortion. Because I forgot we're talking about YouTube here and the regulations. But you could be 6 months and get one. And that's your business, okay? But what they're saying is there's a regulation, 15 weeks. So you read it, it says 15 weeks, okay? So that's within the decision, okay? So with that being said, that means that other places, which are states, can now twist that and say, well, they said I have to have, no more than 15 weeks approval, basically. So now some states have said they will allow 6 weeks. Some states have said they are not allowing it at all. Some states say if it's only due to, problems like, health problems or risks, stuff like that. And if you don't follow it, then you can be opposed to a felony or to receive a felony for administering and for administering or for actually having the service done to you past the time frame that is allotted by the state that you're within. Now, the problem that I have is that from the very beginning, how are you going to tell somebody what they can do with their body? Like, that is their body. What's going to happen is, regardless of this law or not, regardless of what state that you were in or not, people are going to do what the hell they want to do. And see, this is a problem here. This is the problem. The problem is that, for the rich people, people with money, the more wealthy, the more relaxed, the more comfortable people, they can pick up themselves, spend the money to go somewhere else in the world or, wherever else and get what they want to get done. You understand? The less lucrative people, the poor people, the regular people that just can't up and leave and go somewhere else to get this practice done or with a service done or whatever, are going to go to what they call black market situations. They're going to be illegal. Like, let's be honest, there's going to be illegal offices. There's going to be under the wraps situations, okay? Because people are going to still do what they want to do regardless of this law. It's just the truth about it. And think about when we went through the abolition phase where they banned alcohol. People had speakeasies. People had bars in their basements. Like, people were still living as if the rules did not exist, and they figured out a way around it. So what's going to happen is, and this is my personal opinion, with people going through like black market and going through, people that like they shouldn't, using services that they shouldn't. There was this movie, and I can't think of the movie. But it's with 4 women, and each woman had their own story. Each lady, each woman in the movie had their own story. It's so great, and I'll link it down below. I can't think right now. If you know what movie I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. I can't think right now, but it was 4 girls. 2 of them were sisters. One of them was very, very, very much into men due to the problems and things that she went through. The other sister was like the good sister, the one who followed the instructions. The mom was very reserved religiously and a spiritual religious person, very, very, Babylonian, and then you had the other 2 girls who ended up being a friend, and they at the very end, they ended up going to a party. One of the women had kids. One woman had kids. Oh, they all live in the same apartment building, I think, or close to it. 2 of the girls lived in the same apartment building, and the sister ended up moving with the... Y'all know which one I'm talking about, okay? Y'all know which movie I'm talking about. Y'all know what movie I'm talking about. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Anyways, the point that I'm making is, in that movie, one of the girls that was a sister actually had to go through in like somebody's house, and it was just like they showed kind of like a snippet of the experience, and people go through these things, and it's detrimental. It's detrimental to people, to women's minds that have to go through like an alternative process that is not as safe, and the tools, and you never know if it's really sanitized. It's just a lot. It's going to be more deaths. Like, let's be honest, this decision definitely is going to affect the poor and the women that are within the poor community. Because first of all, you want people, you know, for every single person that's on this earth, right, that might ever think about it and might have had one or whatever, people have their reasons, okay? Some people know they cannot take care of that child. Some people know that they cannot do it. And so what you tell them to do all of that and then go adopt a kid? Okay, so are there that many people in this world ready to adopt kids? You know, and who's to say that, and this is by all means, who's to say that it gets to a point where people do have kids that they don't want and they end up sending them all to adoption. Now all of these kids are working. You know, they used to do that. They used to put them orphan kids to work for low wages and stuff like that. Like, for real. Like, for real. It's just a lot that goes into it. What about that one woman who got, and then, you know, she finds out she's preggo, and now she has this baby, and you want her to stick with it out. You want her to be able to look at this child and love it every day, knowing that she doesn't even know the dad, and in some cases who the dad is, who is a family member or of somebody that she trusted, or people that she trusted, or was with people who she thought she trusted, who put her around people who she really couldn't trust, and now she got this baby who she has to look at every day and remind her of that traumatic experience that she wants to spend in the world, but she can't because she had this child who she's forced to see every day and give affection to, but she didn't get affection to receive this baby. Like, that's not fair either. Like, it's just so many things that go into it. And, you know, when I saw the whole 15-week thing, I'm like, okay, I can understand that. Like, I can understand somebody saying, you have 15 weeks to figure out if you want to do something with the organism before it gets a heartbeat, before it becomes an actual living organism, okay? I understand that. That makes sense to me. But sometimes people don't have the resources, okay? Some people really don't have the resources to dish up money that fast. So sometimes people do have to wait. And sometimes people see things during their pregnancy that make them think and be like, do I really want to go through this kind of stuff my whole life? What if somebody, you know, has no support, and they realize they have no support towards the, you know, latter part of their mid trimester, second trimester of their pregnancy, and now they're like 4, 5, 6 months, and they're like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And, you know, and that's what the decision is to have. That's on them, you know, and it happens. And, you know, sometimes, I'm sorry, but it sometimes it's the best decision some people can make, because instead of them being, you know, irresponsible and bringing this baby in the world knowing they can take care of it, they just see, there's a gray area. My belief is, if you're gonna do something before it becomes a living being. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do after the fact. But my personal opinion is, you take care of it as fast as you can. If you're gonna do it, do it. If you're gonna have to wait it out, then you know. But shit happens. Everybody's situation is different. You can't judge the next person. You don't know what somebody else is going through. You don't. And so, for the fact of the matter is that out of the panel, there was like, I think only one woman that was on the panel, and she actually voted for the overturn of Roe versus Wade. Is you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm just chit-chatting. Like, don't take everything I say as a fact. I want to go through, this is my opinion. I gotta make sure I specify, this is my opinion. These are my thoughts. I'm not going off of articles. I'm not going off of, you know, credited sources. I'm just giving my personal opinion based off the things that I've been seeing, hearing, and coming across on social media and the news. Okay, later on, check out my video in about an hour or two I will be doing a full recap with articles. I'll be doing a full review. We're going to get into real details. And for those that want to know, but I just need to talk to y'all. Like, I just need to talk to y'all. Like, I'm talking to my best friend. Like, I'm talking to my homegirl, my homeboy. Like, just talking to y'all about this. Like, what are y'all thoughts? Like, I am really, really flabbergasted that they really overturned this law, this Supreme Court, this whole situation, this regulation, basically. To me, I'm like, what? Like, why is that the thing they're focusing on? We got shipments that are behind, complete shipments that are behind. Like, we may not be able to get corn, wheat, barley, like food. Y'all worrying about the wrong thing. Y'all need to worry about how to actually get real organic food that's not genetically modified and produced. Y'all need to really figure out a way to teach everybody how to farm and how to properly survive. So therefore, we don't have to have genetically modified food because everybody has their own little farm around them or invest their time in one. They need to figure out how we can uplift the hell out of each other in this nation. But instead, you worrying about abortions and things that shouldn't be y'all decision in the first place. So what? Are we not having enough kids? Is that the problem? Are we not having enough deaths? Because I don't care. From this decision, there's going to be so many. I hope not. I hope not. But I just think the mortician rate is going to go up. Especially in the black community, Hispanic community, and even in the minority community as a whole. The minority community as a whole, I feel like is going to definitely go up a little from the situation. Like, it's crazy. So, I don't know, y'all. I want to give you guys my opinion and just my thoughts. More so my thoughts. Talk my thoughts out, to be quite frank and honest. I just want to know y'all thoughts. What are your thoughts, okay? Later on, I'm going to find an article that basically breaks down each state and where each state stands with the ban. Because it's like a ban now of basically abortion ban. It really is. And so I will do a video later on breaking down all the details regarding that and where we stand with each state. Because I was talking about that earlier. So yeah, it's not a ban saying that you can't have them by the Supreme Court. But see, you gotta remember, this is a legal system. So states can basically say that you can't have it without saying that you can't have one. They can directly say from 3 weeks, you gotta have one. And then by that 3 mark, if you have one after that, it's a felony. Like, that's how they get you. Okay? So yeah, I'm gonna go through all of the states and say what each one is doing and what they're putting into effect immediately, because these states are putting things in effect immediately. I think Texas is a 6 week. I'm not mistaken. Texas is a 6 week. I know that they were against it completely before the Roe versus Wade, but I think Texas either 6 weeks or they're not even trying to have it at all. Like, illegal, I don't know, y'all, but I do know that there's always a way. So if somebody wants to get something done, they're going to do it the same way how these girls look at them butt shots. They're going to be going to them same people for. It's just the truth about it. And people are already doing it because it's cheaper. You might try to go to Planned Parenthood, and Planned Parenthood might be $500, $600, $300. Sometimes people don't have that money. Sometimes it's $800. I don't know, but it's not free. I know it's not always free. I'm pretty sure sometimes they offer services that are free, or maybe you can get a cheaper rate, like $100, $200, depending on your situation. Because again, they want to work with you. They understand that sometimes it's not the right time. People go through things. It's your body. You can do whatever it is that you fucking want to do. Why bring in a kid into this world if you're not set up? If you could prevent a kid or somebody from struggling, why would you not do that? If you know you're going to bring a kid in this world, that kid's going to struggle, why would you do that? That's, to me, selfish. Why would you even create a kid? Get it to the point where it's a child. Let it live, knowing it's going to have a hard life. When you know that you can properly plan and do things differently and get your stuff together before having that child. And then properly have a child and keep that child and raise that child. Because truth be told, when you have abortion at a small time frame, if you do your research, I have done mine, it's like a miscarriage. It's like a blood clot. It's like You don't even know. If you guys have a heavy period, then you basically experience how, it might feel, because it's nothing. It's not a living organism. It's in a sac, and it just flows out of you. Do your research, okay? Do your research. So like I said, I can understand why they say 15 weeks. I get that, but they can't do that. You cannot put a regulation to how somebody feels, what happens in between that time frame. You don't know. Everything, when you're pregnant, things change every day. So, okay, it's 15 weeks in a day. And they, well, damn. Y'all, I don't let this video go, because I feel like at this point I'm rambling. I'm just flabbergasted at what's going on. And I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick. Give my opinion, give my thoughts, have a little chat with me, chit chat with me. If you made it this far, please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Leave your comments down below. And just let me know your opinions. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know if you feel what I'm saying. And then make sure you come back in about 2-3 hours or so, probably around 10 o'clock. My other video will be posted by then. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one, y'all. It's like there's so many other things that they can be focusing their time on. So many other things. Like, come on. And it's like, I know they target, you don't understand. They target, well, all I'm saying is the mortician rate for women in the minority sector population is definitely going to go up from this. That's all I'm saying. I know that the original Roe versus Wade kind of situation happened with a Caucasian woman, older Caucasian woman, but let me tell you, this political decision has nothing to do about keeping people safe. This political decision has nothing to do about being fair and free, which is America supposed to be. This decision has nothing to do about justice. This has to do with money, lack thereof, and drama, and uproar, and chaos, and just craziness, y'all. But I'm gonna let y'all go for this video. I'm gonna finish my walk. I'm gonna get back in the house, and I'm gonna be back on another video to record some more details. We'll pull up some articles, and we'll just go through it, y'all. So with that being said, I'll see you in a couple hours. I love y'all. Stay safe. Let me tell you now, y'all better just go ahead and get on birth control. Ain't no time to play no more. I know some people are religious and they're like, oh, I don't believe in contraceptions and this and that. Baby, yeah, well, what options do you have? Because Plan B is going to be next. Plan B is the same thing as an abortion at a younger rate. Okay? Because Plan B can cause you to have a miscarriage too. Just like abortions can. So, all these Plan Bs. And ain't no Plan B. It's a Plan A. You better get you some birth control. You better learn the pull-out method. You better start doing other ways of preventing pregnancy, because they're not looking out for your best interests. I understand that. And that's how I'm going to leave this video. Y'all be safe, okay? I love y'all. Bye. See you in the next one.